Cost of living in South Africa. As the most industrialized and diversified economy in Africa, South Africa boasts a mixed economy with a strong emphasis on mining, agriculture, and manufacturing sectors. However, income inequality remains a significant challenge, with a sizable portion of the population still living below the poverty line. This economic landscape directly influences the cost of living, with disparities in income levels impacting affordability across different segments of society. So let's break down costs of living in this country with respect to key areas such as salaries, food, transportation, etc. But I need you to consider this video as for educational and informational purposes only. Are you now ready? Let's see salaries and wages. When it comes to salaries and wages, South Africa exhibits a wide range of earnings influenced by factors such as education, experience, and industry. According to recent data, the average monthly salary in South Africa stands at around 20,860 South African rands, approximately USD 1,400. However, it's essential to note that salaries vary significantly across sectors, with professionals in fields such as finance and IT commanding higher wages compared to those in agriculture or hospitality. What about cost of housing? In South Africa, whether you're renting or buying, accommodation expenses can vary greatly depending on location and property type. In major cities like Johannesburg and Cape Town, rental prices for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center range from 6,000 to 10,000 South African rands per month, while a three-bedroom apartment can cost anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 South African rands. For those considering purchasing property, the average price per square meter in urban areas hovers around 15,000 to 25,000 South African rands. Number 3. Cost of food. Agriculture plays a significant role in South Africa's economy, but fluctuating commodity prices and weather conditions can influence food prices. On average, a meal at a mid-range restaurant in South Africa can cost between 120 to South African rands 250 per person. For those who prefer cooking at home, grocery prices also vary depending on factors such as location, availability, and seasonality. Staple items like rice, bread, and vegetables are generally affordable and accessible. On average, a loaf of bread may cost around 12 to 20 South African rands, while a kilogram of rice ranges from 15 to 30 South African rands. Similarly, prices for fresh produce such as tomatoes, onions, and potatoes fluctuate based on supply and demand, with seasonal variations affecting affordability. When it comes to protein sources, meat prices can vary significantly depending on factors such as cut, quality, and origin. Beef, chicken, and lamb are commonly consumed meats in South Africa, with prices ranging from 60 to 150 South African rands per kilogram for basic cuts. Additionally, seafood options like fish and prawns may be available at higher prices, especially in coastal regions where they're more abundant. Number 4. Cost of transportation. In South Africa, the state of road infrastructure and travel distances can impact transportation expenses significantly. On average, visitors can expect to spend around 500 to 1,000 South African rands per day on transportation, including fuel, public transit, and taxi fares. Additionally, hotel prices can vary depending on location and amenities, with nightly rates ranging from 800 to 2,000 South African rands for a standard room. Number 5. Cost of healthcare. Turning our attention to healthcare, South Africa faces challenges in providing accessible and affordable medical services to its citizens. While the country has a robust public healthcare system, limited access to medical technology and specialist care often necessitates private healthcare services, which can be costly. For instance, the average cost of a doctor's consultation ranges from 500 to 1,500 South African rands, while more complex procedures and treatments can incur significantly higher expenses. Moreover, individuals may opt for medical aid schemes to mitigate healthcare costs, but premiums vary depending on coverage and provider. Cost of education. Public schooling in South Africa is theoretically free, with the government providing basic education to all citizens. However, additional expenses such as uniforms, textbooks, and extracurricular activities can still place a financial burden on families. While public schools strive to offer quality education, resource constraints and varying standards of facilities and teaching may impact the overall learning experience. For those seeking alternative educational pathways or enhanced learning opportunities, private schools and international institutions provide alternatives. Private schools in South Africa typically charge tuition fees to cover operating costs, teacher salaries, and facility maintenance. These fees vary widely depending on factors such as location, reputation, and curriculum. On average, tuition fees for private schools range from 50,000 to 200,000 South African rands per year, with additional expenses for uniforms, textbooks, and extracurricular activities. International schools, catering to expatriate and globally mobile families, offer curricula based on international standards such as the International Baccalaureate, IB, or Cambridge International Examinations, CIE. These schools often command higher tuition fees due to the global nature of their programs and the quality of facilities and resources provided. Tuition fees for international schools in South Africa typically range from 100,000 to 300,000 South African rands per year, depending on the grade level and curriculum offered. Beyond tuition fees, families also need to consider additional costs associated with education, such as transportation, school supplies, and extracurricular activities. These expenses can add up quickly, further impacting the affordability of education for many households. Do you think living or visiting South Africa comes affordably with this information? Subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any of our new videos.